Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers, me Cornish-Knight, as we get back into our beginner's guide to this fantastic little game. Now, shall we get back to Kitchendorf? Quickly, shall we, people? Right. There are some things I haven't covered. I've also, just pausing quickly, renamed all my characters. Like I said, if you want a character involved, if you want a name to be put into the rotation, please put it in the comment section below, and it shall happen. There are some bits and pieces I will talk about. As I said, there's a lot to go over in this game, so we will cover it when we get to the next combat section. Ooh, there's the merchant caravan, supply caravan. Quite heavily guarded, some footmen, some arbalists. So they're pretty heavily guarded folk. You don't want to be messing with them. You can attack them if you want. It's not hard. For example, just trying to remember what it is. There's a button, I can't remember the button you can press, but you can attack a button, you can click a button, turn hostile towards caravans. Can't remember off the top of my head. Alfred the Elder is pacing back and forth when you find him. The healer who damn near killed you with a fire poker is standing nearby. He's picking chunks of dried blood out of his fingernails. Alfred the Elder claps his hands. Finally, you're here. I have good news. We've got a hold of one of Hogart's former men. My good friend here had a nice little talk with the man, and I know where Hogart's licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, splaying his fingers out like a maiden looking at a paint to paint them. He speaks as though he's identifying a disease he's about to exercise. The brigand known as Hog Artist is hiding in some hut on the plains west of here. Based upon my more civil discussion with his men, Hogarth knows the Sunskano is on his trail, has gathered more men since the last time you have met him. Nodding, Alfred the Elder waves you off. Good luck, sellsword. Right. So, I just want to check something. What I want to do is that I want to see if we can get some cheap... the hats aren't great, but they're better than nothing. Okay. Because I really don't want these guys going into a melee fight without some kind of headwear. Any headwear is better than no headwear. Right, so we've got enough pay for 9 days. We get 400 quid. I want to buy... Millers are okay, but they're not great. I'm going to grab him. And hope that he's he's okay. He's got resolve and he's bloodthirsty. Give him that. It's not great. He's got a tunic. It's not fantastic. I was hoping for another range unit, really. Oh, this will have to do. Right. We might pick up a bow, but I haven't got anyone who can really use it. So how long have we got? Right, okay. So we're back into the... It's getting to daytime. Actually, no, it's early morning, so we should be okay. Go there, kill him. We've got enough food to last us 5 days. Right. So I will rename this gentleman here, whoever wants something wants it, if they leave a comment in the comment section. A quick mention, different types of weapons do different kinds of injuries. Piercing weapons do a lot of puncture damage, which is nice. Stuff like axes do a lot of hacking and like chopping damage. You get blunt force trauma from flails and the like, and you get piercing damage from ranged weapons. There are some other different types. Okay, let's try and flank around the side, because I don't want to attack this guy from... he's got a poacher, which is not good as a range unit. Let's try and get him from the back here. You want to try and fight in mountainous terrain if you can, because elevation is very important, and I shall cover that in a moment. But let's get down to business, shall we? A few brigand thugs and a poacher. Okay. Right. He's here. If we can try and take this high ground, it wouldn't be too bad. It would give us an advantage on him. We could try and get down here. We could fall back. try and grab this high ground and draw him to us. But if that archer gets it, it's going to be a pain. No, I'm going to try and hold this high ground as long as I can. We have fewer enemies as well because playing this on lower difficulty. I'm doing this just to show you different mechanical situations. So this is like, the game is hard, and it's hard to try and teach people stuff when it's like this. Okay, so right, do we want to do a shield wall? It'll cost us. It'll put a lot of fatigue on us. We'll hold off for a second. Get him up here so he gets the advantage of shooting from height. Let's chance to hit. That's because he's behind him. So if you can see here, when we hover over it, you see the positives and the minuses for affecting. He has height advantage. Distance is more than 5 squares away. Let's try him. And we miss. That's bad. Move him up so he's behind this. He'll be behind a spear wall. Oh, he's pushing up right now. He's moving back there. That's not great. We'll probably have a couple of well, depending where he's going. If he's going right here, we'll have to put our spears here. So, probably send him down here. Put him up here to help protect. Move him up here and get the spear wall up. As I say, I'm playing this on a slightly easier difficulty setting, just so I can show mechanics off. Right, they're going to hit me next turn, so shield wall. And his turn, and his turn, and his turn. Right, so here we go. He's trying to shoot. Just annoying. We can't hit him with our great weapon. Get there. It's a bit of a risky move. He's shielded. 50% chance height advantage. Let's try it. Missed. Okay, that's not great. Let's get here. Let's try and get him. Ooh, yes, lovely. We did a great hit. We crushed his windpipe. We sort of, like, the pit's voice comes out and just lunges at him and we get him in the throat. You can see the crushing damage from, like, the piercing. We crushed his windpipe, so we will be suffering massive fatigue penalties. Now, he hasn't got a helmet on. So if we get lucky, we could get a lucky headshot on him. Let's try for a headshot. Ah, we missed. That's a shame. We could try and break him, but that would risk us getting attacked from the great weapon, which is not a good thing. Headshot. There we go. We killed him, and hopefully, as you can see, we didn't get his armor, unfortunately. We got him in the head, so we do get his falchion and his shield. It isn't too bad. Let's see what the great weapon user does. He's going to fall back. You can jump back behind the shield wall because I don't want you to get hit. That's not great. So these guys haven't got great armor. His stamina is bad. I can't move here and attack this turn. So I'm going to jump him back behind the wall. We are going to advance. I want to try and get this spearman. So let's leave it here. Reload. Got him in the shoulder. Oh, we got him in the kneecap. That's good, because that will affect how well he can flee. Hold off. Okay, we're going to try and push up at the top using our archer cover. How's he going to react? Okay, so they're stopping for now. Right. Going to delay it a little bit. Get in here and stop jabbing my spear. He blocks, which is not good. Okay. I want to push up. Get there. So he can attack next turn. We're going to move him here. Ooh, cracked his head. That's bad. Broken nose, not a good thing. And we lose his helmet as well. Like his headgear, it's broken. He's gravely wounded. If we move him here, we can't attack. And he needs to only take one step to swing at us, so... Hold the line. But we will push him up here to give protection with his shield. You can jump in here. Oh, missed. Shoot him. Kill him outright. The archer's probably going to try and withdraw at this point, and we don't want him to do that. He hasn't got great armor though, so let's just see if we can hold off for a second. Let's try and stab him. Right, we killed him. He's probably going to run now, yeah. Which sucks, because I didn't really want him to run. But there's not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. I doubt we'll catch him as well, because unless he does something particularly stupid, he has the distance on us. Let's try and run them down at least. Nah, he's done. Yeah, he's done. So, retreat. It's over. We've won. He got a broken nose, -5 fatigue recovery per turn, which isn't great. And he took a bit of a nasty hit. What did we get? Oh, we did get his armor, actually. We got the patched mail suit, which is nice. One of the things you do want to do in this game is that you want to try and give your best fighters knives so that you can mob particular enemies and get their good equipment without destroying it. It is a skill though to do. It's not easy to do, and you need to have talented people to do it. So what did we get? We got some berries, some grain, some ammunition. Not much, to be honest. This is nice stuff though. This equipment here is nice. So we add it over to us. Hog lies dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered in a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. You put your boot in his corpse and look to your men. For the company, for all the men who have fallen, Trenton, Oxbane spits on the dead man's face. Let us take the bastard's head back and go back to Kirchendorf. Right, so we shall return to the starting city. As you can see, we are healing a little bit. Healing up all your men will take up to 2 to 5 days and requires 2 to 5 medical supply. It's not great. Right, Trenton Oxbane joins your side. Got a moment, Captain. You nod for him to speak. The battle has left some gear worse for wear, and some men got a good nicking too. We could patch up both men equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to sit down and do it. Of course, if we make camp, we would be wary of ambushes. A campfire is also, in these parts, seen from every which way. So basically what you can do if you want to, you can camp. Making camp, one camp time will go fast and your men will heal and repair their equipment at a faster rate. However, you will also be more vulnerable. So we can camp if we want to. As you can see, the world map speeds up. And our healing rate increases very slightly. Like, he's still relatively hurt. That break's going to take a while to recover. But while we're at it, who is our best meleeer? Probably what I want to do is that you normally want to give... this isn't great because it really saps his fatigue, but because these guys are wearing great weapons, you normally want to give your best armor to these guys to start off with, because they don't have the benefits of having shields. Now, who has the best weapon skill out of these guys? He's got he's okay. He's okay. 75. His growth isn't going to be bad, but that's going to take a lot to repair right now. For maximum fatigue, I might keep with the setup they have now. It's not great, but it's not too bad. Right, darkness is coming, and I don't really want to be out in the open. So you don't want to be stuck in the dark. Fighting in darkness in this game is really bad. It's something I would not recommend. It gives you a lot of penalties to line of sight and hit chance, and it's just not a good thing. So we return to Lutzendorf. The company returns to Kitzendorf as victors. The heads held much higher this time. The sons of Kurno are not the size they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hog learned in his final moments. You carry his head into a sack that you empty in front of Alpha Dioda's feet. He jumps back but the healer quickly picks the head up, staring at it, and nods. Alpha Dioda approaches the brigand's bloody face and eyes it carefully. Yes, that's his ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to your men. As long as there is blood to course for our veins, as long as we can hold a sword and shield, there shall stand our company. Although throughout the realm, so all through the realm, people will know the sons of Kurno. The men cheer. Rogue, the younger, puts his hand on your shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you as brothers in battle. Right, so we have a little bit more money. We're going to sell the buckler and sell that. We could probably get a nicer. Trading items is important because you can normally get better prices if you haul and take them other places. Food is okay for now. It's the repair tools that I'm worried about. They haven't got any jobs here either. So we've got to pause. Make sure you pause. The game doesn't automatically pause when you leave settlements, so you have to do it. Okay, another secret is you normally will travel quicker. Traveling through the world is affected by multiple factors. So along the road, it's relatively quick, but it's predictable and there are a lot of ambush sites. You can go cross-country, but terrain will affect your movement. You can also travel through these mountains, but you run the risk of events happening, though they tend to be a lot quicker. For example, this is a site of a battle, which means there are enemies lurking about. So we will want to be careful, because also, when it's night like this and we travel in the world map, your vision is massively reduced. Right. So we have one mission contract available. There is an inn. You can go to the inn. You can pay for rumours. You can get your guys' morale up, which is nice if you want to do it just before contract. Share news and rumours with the patrons. Patrons talk about this and that. I stay clear of the swamps and masters. There's ghastly diseases that just waiting to latch onto you, which is potentially a case. You can get diseases and stuff from going near swamp areas. I won't buy. Let's buy a rumour. The innkeep rings a bell to let everyone know the next round is on you. Mercenaries, eh? You've got a few of those these days. Just some days ago, a bunch of themselves calling themselves the Grudge Bringers travelled through on their way to Tranawheel. They said good coin to be made there. Interesting. Let us look at this contract quickly. You step into Hans, the trade master's room, to find the man staring at a map in the hinterland. He shakes his head. See this spot right here? That settlers between ruins. Erzbert used to worship a relic by the name the Seal of the Sun, but the townsfolk say it's gone missing, and well, for whatever reason they think it's there. I've no men to hire and see, for the roads are dangerous and I can't afford to pay for failure, but you sellswords seem up to the task. Could you go there and find this Seal of the Sun for us? You did right by us. Let us talk about payment. One skull missing, we should be able to do it. He gestures with his hands, pointing at fingers as he's counting something, but means nothing to you. Judging from experience, this is a good payment for your task. You will be paid 440 crowns when the contract is done. This is when you can be basically negotiate. You can ask for payment in advance. You can accept the offer. We want to be paid more for this. Fair enough. Oh, you will be paid 480 crowns when the contract is done. That's not too bad. So let's accept. Obtain the Seal of the Sun that shelters between the ruins. Get 480 crowns on completion. It's a single skull job. I accept this contract. Once you accept a contract, you have to carry through. Otherwise, there are consequences. So let's see where he's sending us. Okay. So where's this? Ooh, it's all the way out there. Okay. So let's head back this way. We've got a little bit of money. We should be able to. We're okay for 12 days as long as nothing happens. It's the tools that I'm worried about, because we really need the tools. Hopefully we can get to this location before... here we go. During camp, as this always happens, folks. There's nothing to be worried about. During camp, as the company takes a break, you decide to address the men. Brothers, I want everyone to know the sons of Kurno are not just cutthroats and errand boys, but skilled fighters of the First Order. Word of your deeds must spread, so the merchants and nobles are begging us to take this contract. What do you tell your men the company will set out to do? We need allies. These are the first two you always get. We need allies. Forging bonds of friendship and trust with one of the towns will get us company, better prices, more volunteers, and more steady work. That's a nice one to have. We shall get company straight back to strength of a dozen men. It will make us a formidable force again and will allow us to take on more profitable work. That's a good one. My personal thing is that you probably want to do... You need the allies. That's not a hard one to do. This one can be a bit more challenging, especially if you're playing with a harder economy setting than I am. So we need allies. There's no time scale to it. You just have to get it done. So we are going to get through here. I'm pretty certain I know what this recover the seal job is, and we won't really want to do it, but if they haven't fixed it, I do know a way of getting past this particular problem. As you can see, once we come off the beaten track, it takes us a lot longer movement-wise to go places than it does on the road. And there's our first payment. We pay 71 crowns a day, so we need to be making at least 100 gold a day really to be profitable. So this job is not bad work, but we won't make much out of it. So. Yeah, this is the first, if you do this, you basically meet the undead. Arriving at the ruins, you expect some bandits to be footing inside. Instead, retrieving the Seal of the Sun could not have been easier. At least that's when you fought before. A throng of armoured undead emerged, yelling about the false king and demanding your head on a platter. To arms. Some undead auxiliaries. And this is the Fallen Empire, or the Ancient Empire. They're pretty nasty, to be honest. Their gear is good quality, but this is the cat. It's very damaged because obviously they've been rotting in the ground. Now, do we want to fight them? Why not? Yeah, let's fight them. Okay. Get up on the edges. Let's see what they do. A lot of their gear is broken, so it doesn't last particularly long, but you do have to be careful of it, because their shields can take damage, they just can't take a lot of hits. So, what do we want to do? Hold off this turn, probably. They're resistant to shield, like they're resistant to, because they're undead, they won't take damage from resistant to weapons, but you can destroy their equipment. He hasn't got anything. Let's try for him. See, we took a good chunk out of his armour. We will reload. Right, we're not going to burn... When you're fighting undead, stamina is everything, so you want to conserve as much as possible. Right. So you are going to basically start shield walling up. The nice thing about shield wall is that granting it does not fight defense against all attacks to each ally adjacent using shield wall. So this is a really nice solid defense. We'll also get spear wall up. It's very expensive stamina wise, but we should be able to resist. Right. I'm going to shoot him. He hasn't got... Actually, we'll shoot him because I want to hit us to get rid of his armour. Okay. I know there's another one, so we'll shield wall, spear wall and shield wall. He's going to block and try and get him in like that, but we knock him back. Right. He's probably going to push here, so I'm going to hold. 60% chance to do it. Give a good crack to his head. And we'll finish him off with a pike. And he's down for the ground, on the ground. Right, this guy, I'm going to push up here to give a bit of cover. And he's probably going to push. Yeah. Right, you jump up here and cleave him. Ah, that's not good, we missed. Okay. Hold off. Let's repel. Ah, he missed. See, sealed, blocked. Yeah, that was what I worried about. He was basically trying to get bleed on him, which is not a good thing. Right. We could shield bash and knock back. It takes a lot of AP and fatigue, but we'd net him out of sealed wall. That actually might be a good idea right now, because he's got sealed block up. So he doesn't feel fatigue, so let's just give ourselves a bit of breathing room. I really don't want to be... let's go here. The other thing, a nice thing about flails is that you get it naturally reduces flail weapons naturally reduce the effectiveness of seals and stuff. So he ignores the bonus to melee defense granted by seals if you're using a flail weapon. So that's not great. We'll move up here. He's got a robbery shield, so you have to be careful though, because if you break shields, they get a bonus for two-handing a weapon, which is never great. But he can't do anything. Let's go up there. Okay. Let's try cleaving. There we go. Nicely done. He's bleeding as well, which is not great. Actually, what I will do is I will scutter up here and shoot him. Ouch. And we lost him. Like, that's unfortunate. He's down. He may not be dead, but he probably will have picked up an injury. Oh, it has killed Asgar. Okay, yeah, so Asgar is dead. That's a shame. I took a risk. It didn't particularly work out. But this is early on in the game. Right, do we want to push him back? No, because he's got the stupid high ground behind him. Ouch. Let's just try and destroy him. I'm just going to wail on them with the flails. And then we're going to... Come on. He's almost dead. Let's try and crush him to get some morale up. Okay, that's not great. This is not going to plan. Ah well, then... Oh dear. I'm taking a bit of damage. Not to lie. This guy's really picking up a fight. His health is okay, he's got bleed, which sucks. Come on. My luck is not great. Move here. Oh, he was still up. Dagnabbit. I thought I'd killed him. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. Ouch. I got greedy, unfortunately. Oh, pierced hand, that's not great. Right. Dagger time it is. As you can see, I have very well and truly messed up. Because my fatigue is adding up. I should have just run. Still going. I may actually lose, folks. This is actually a really likelihood. I should have just broken his shield. And he's bleeding as well. I've got no luck. Right. He dodged that as well, because I was trying to get him out of shield lock so I could get some advantage on him. I hit, but it's not going to help. Oh, come on. Finally, he goes down. I need to get his shield down. Just get his shield out of the way. No, don't kill him. He's really bad. Oh, he's gonna bleed out. This is great. Yeah, I've pretty much messed up at this point, folks. I'm not going to lie. I've really well and truly screwed myself royally on this. Unless I can... Yeah, there we go. To be honest, I'm tempted right now, once you get a campaign like this, and I've messed up this badly, I'd be tempted to basically restart. Actually, I think that's what I am going to do this early on, and I've lost... Yeah, retreat. Yeah, because I lost both those guys. Those guys were both dead, and one of them was really... That's one of my starting characters, which I don't like losing. I got really greedy. Yeah, that's not fantastic. Well, this is teaching me a valuable lesson about humility. I'm not going to retire the part. It's because if I retire, it would be pathetic. So I'm just going to save and quit. Yeah, well, that hasn't gone particularly well. If we look at that, my mistakes were very obvious, which I could have run from that fight. I really could have run from that fight. I did some mistakes, some really bad mistakes. Like I pulled some units out of fights, and I had units fighting one-on-one. I should have destroyed their shields early on. I'm annoyed by that, because this was going really well. And yeah, well, we should continue with a new campaign. It's still going to be the same tutorial, but I'm probably going to have to start from fresh, which always sucks. But hey ho, this is Battle Brothers after all. The early game of Battle Brothers is always really easy to lose if you're not careful, especially when you haven't played for a while, like I have. Anyway, I've been Cornish-Knight. This has been Battle Brothers. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the description button. You can put a comment down in the comment section if you wish to have a character added to the name roster. And I shall see you all next time on the next episode, folks, which will be on Monday. Goodbye, everybody. Man, this game is hard.